Merry meet and welcome to Lux Dragon Queen Magic. I'm Taylor and today it's Witchy Wednesday. And today I'm going to be sharing with you a spell that you can use for any intention that you really need or any energy that either one, you've been experiencing some delays and so you're wanting to catch up your energy and gain more patience with the situation, or two, you're wanting something to slow down so that it can slow down to match your energy instead. So this is dual purpose. Definitely just be sure whichever way you are wanting to use it. And then we are using this right now for the full moon, but this is also something that you can use during the new moon. You just need to depend upon if you are putting an intention to gain or to lose. So with that being said, I technically do have an intention that is to gain, to have higher engagement, but what I'm actually doing is I'm trying to work on losing my anxiety and my doubt and worry as well. So that's really what I'm using to focus on this, and because this also was a goal that I know will take time and I need to personally have more patience with it. So that is why you, that is why I chose mine. But you can choose anything that works for you, like I mentioned. And then you just need to write it on a paper. You can use pen, you can use pencil, marker, anything you really want. You can add a little bit of color magic to your writing as well if you would like to. Just a fun little logical thing too is you do engage both sides of your brain when you are writing in colored ink, because the colored side will engage your right side while the right act of writing engages the left side. So if it is something that is very important for you and you don't necessarily want to be reminded of your intention every day, but you want your mind to naturally remember it, that may be something else you want to look into doing. With that being said, then you need water to get ice. And so we're going to put our intention into this water. I'm going to fold mine just because of how it is, but you can do it however you want. And then you're just really going to try and keep it down there. If you want it to be more dissolvable, you can also write on paper towels, tissue paper, really anything that you want to put in there. For me, since I'm doing a lot of planning, and notebook paper just seemed very the right touch. And so then in addition, you can leave it right there. You can go ahead and put it in the freezer. And then after it freezes, wherever you put your ice, and that will determine how fast it melts and where you want the energies to be. For instance, I would caution you against throwing it into a fire because it will melt immediately and you will immediately feel the effects of what you are working with. Most of the time, we're not typically ready for that, and that's why it's taking its time, especially if it's an emotional burden. Not saying I've tried these, but anyways. And then, but to power up your spell, you can add gemstones, you can add really any other elements into the water itself that you want to. I'm going to go ahead and put some dots of essential oil. I did a couple things with this. I'm a little bit chaotic, right? I'm sure you've noticed. And with that chaos, I really just have a lot of grab bag magic, in the sense I have an entire bag that's just filled with different versions of essential oils that I have found or bought. And I was like, you know what? I know I have a lot of essential oils, and I know I'm setting this, instead of doing a whole bunch of research about which scent matches what, I'd rather just go ahead, put my hand in, and be like, how many do I need? And I was like, I'm gonna grab two. And these are the two that came out. So first, we do have jasmine oil coming out. This is going to be great for me because, like I said, I'm trying to work on patience, trying to lessen anxiety. Jasmine is exactly what's going to do it. It also brings a little bit more love to the situation. So I think that's always important, to have joyous time with what we're working. That was a little bit much, I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, use it as you will. And then I also am going to use this other one that I have from Young Living. So it's not, okay, focus. So there we go. It's Digitize Vitality. And so I'm going to use this one more so for what it actually is stating, is that it's meant to give some vitality. So I'm really putting some energy into this intention, and I'm also putting some energy within me to be able to have the wherewithal to become patient, because I'm not a very patient person either. I don't have very much discipline. So this is going to kind of just help with all of that. And then I'm only going to do a couple for that one. And yeah, and so mix it around any way that you'd like, or don't at all. However, whatever calls for you, you're just listening to your intuition. I'm just trying to get this paper really all associated with it because that's really where all my intention is. The water and oil will mix as it does. I mean, water and oil typically don't mix, right? So, yeah. And then something too to keep in mind if you like work with Reiki symbols or any other sigils, you actually can do your finger movements in those signs and really activate the water in the spell that you're working on. But it's that simple. I literally now I'm just gonna go put this in the freezer, and then later, for me personally, I'm gonna set mine in the fridge so where it can melt nice and slow, because I do have an issue with needing to go really fast, and there's so much little control I have in this. Something too to keep in mind is when you do this, you may get some downloads. So if you have something that you're like focused on the external world, make sure to understand the certain insights that come to you, because they may be saying like, hey, if you want this, then this is what you need to be doing. And then you need to follow through with those actions. And then last but not least too, especially if you use essential oils, every time it starts, you may be able to start smelling those essential oils when it starts melting, and that will really like let you know that the energy in the spell is coming together. Or you may just run across those smells randomly in your life, and again, it'll be the same message. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. This is a bit of a shorter Witchy Wednesday, but I really hope this spell works for you guys and works with your intentions. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this resonated with you. Comment below what you're working on, any spell work that you prefer, or maybe if you worked with different elementals when setting these intentions and trying to invoke more patience. Thank you again, and I will see you guys next time. Blessed be.